Properties. Yeah, use the Yeti. Let's try that again. Hey, you probably couldn't hear us that time, so let's try this again. This is Professor Neff, or the Irreverent Prof. We are doing our state championship finals for League of Legends. It is the Clear Springs High School Figgle Bottom Feeders versus the Hebron High School. I don't actually think they have a different name. They're just Hebron High School on blue and red sides, respectively. I'm going to hand it over to our casters to introduce themselves since I don't think you heard them the first time. You'll notice we don't have the gameplay on the screen. I'm sorry about that. We're doing our best here, but it is what it is, and for the next game, we'll actually have that. Until then, you're going to hear the game, but not see it. Old school radio style.
Hello, we're back from yesterday. I'm Trenton.
Hello, and I'm Sakura.
And we will be talking live about what's actually happening in the game. Right now, it is currently an overall lead for Hebron. Is it possible to move this? Oh, it's a little hard to see.
Not really, because the court is exactly as long as it is. So.
But right now, for team comps, we have Figgle Bottom with the Mord top lane, Jarvan jungle, Silas mid, and the Kaisa Senna bot.
Wait, I got something for y'all. Haha. This is technical difficulties. What if y'all came over here and looked at it on this side?
Okay.
This has a long screen. So, let's try that again. Go for it.
Alright, I'm not quite.
Okay, we're back again. So, Clear Springs, Figgle Bottom, that's their team comp. On the opposite side, Hebron Hawks, they have a Lee Sin top lane, Lilia jungle, Yone mid with the Ezreal Morgana bot lane. And so right now is a 2-5 score with Clear Springs getting the early 2 kills. However, Hebron retaliating off of their jungler and mid outplays. And currently is 1.6k gold lead for Hebron, 11 minutes in. Moore does land the E though, he lands a Q as well. I can't play jungle, has been getting bodied in this 1v1. Moore getting a solo kill at level 3, I think. As hold on, we have a Jarvan gank. He gets the double knock up into the ult. They do get the first kill down. Morgana goes into stasis, does land the sun. Lilia with the sleep, but Lilia's now in trouble as well. Morgana gets the bind, but Kaisa ults in. She flashes in, she gets the kill. Meanwhile, top lane, there's a 1v1 happening. Lee Sin has to flash out, but Mort gets the flash beat him. That is a solo kill top lane. All of a sudden, 3 kills over to Clear Springs. That is a 3-0.
That is insane. They just brought it up where they are tied now on kills.
Don't mind me.
I feel like this game is just going to go back and forth with kills. Both are really talented teams.
Yeah, it is 5-5 now, even gold. Clear Springs did get an early Chemtech Dragon, as the next Dragon is up, excuse me, and it looks like it will be, I think, Hextech. Now there is a Lee Sin TPing back to top lane. Mort getting a play, has to back off. Now both solo laners on Clear Springs are running the Ignite. Meanwhile, on Hebron, Lee Sin having the TP top, while Yone having the Ignite mid, looking for the aggression.
They're both trying to get vision.
Make sure you talk to the mic. And then also to note, Lilia does have the Herald and will be looking to put that down, as Jarvan is bot side right now looking for another gank on the Ezreal. Moving with Senna, seeing if they can catch anyone out.
Lisa's just pushing more cards underneath his turn.
And Lilia pops the Rift Herald mid. Yone going to look to get in range turret. Should get 2 plates. Does get the 2 plates. Lilia goes down to Dragon as Jarvan is about to face check a Morgan. Lilia has the Kaisa roam. Ezreal is far behind. This is a current 4v3 for Clear Springs if they can start fighting now. But Ezreal will roam up inside. Morgana goes for the binding but misses it. And top laners will not be here for the fight as I Can't Play Jungle goes in onto the Mord. He kicks him out. It's a close 1v1 so far. Has the Hex Drinker pop, but Lee Sin pushing Mord back with single-digit HP, but he's still chasing. He's going behind the tower. He gets a Q though, and that's almost 300 damage off of the Lee Sin. Both top laners having less than 200 HP after that fight. They're non-stop brawling in the top lane.
This is a really good game. I love to see both of the teams.
Clear Springs.
So I'm going to cut you off for a second just because since people can't see it right now, we will have the next game up on the screen. You'll be able to see it. But since they can't see it, I love the play-by-play and y'all are killing it. But give me a quick rundown, just team comps. What are you seeing about how they picked what they're doing that you think maybe indicates what strategy they're running or what they're trying to do in this game?
Okay.
Talk me through that a little bit.
So I will say, going back to the team comps, they did Clear Springs early pick the Mordekaiser again, we saw yesterday versus Wiley, it was a very pivotal pick. They had Mordekaiser jungle 2 games, so I assumed it would go jungle again. However, they decided to pick Jarvan and send that jungle instead, excuse me. And also they picked the Senna support for Jared Law again, who looked very good on it yesterday. And then on the opposite side, Hebron picking the Morgana, not something I've really seen. Morgana usually, especially Morgana was first picked, by the way. That's not something you normally see. Morgana's not really a champion that gets picked often. And so
I've seen a lot of Morganas.
I have not seen.
You don't see many?
I don't see Morganas.
I see Morganas.
So definitely interesting. Also very excited that we got to see the Lilia come back out. Lilia has been buffed. I think she is very strong right now, but teams just don't play her. They also let you run double 80 solo lanes, which is what Hebron has done. And so overall, just 2 very interesting compositions. And then if I definitely had to pick who scales better, I'd give it to Hebron. They do have the Lilia, Yone, Ezreal, both scales really well. While on Clear Springs, they do have the Mordekaiser, which will fall off eventually. Jarvan also will fall off. And they do have the stacking Senna, so maybe Senna can 1v9 later with the Kaisa, but overall, I definitely favor Hebron as we get later into the game.
In answer to the question in the chat, no, you can't see this game because technical difficulties with getting started, but you'll be able to see the next one, and if we go to 3 games, you'll be able to see that one as well.
We're going to try to walk you through as best we can as a 2v2 double kill comes in for the Kaisa Senna bot lane. As a 1v1 happens mid, Silas flashing out, but he dies to the Yone. A solo kill for Hebron's mid laner. Solo kills all across the map. Clear Springs bottom lane dominating. Yone will get the mid tower though. Jarvan's trying to stop it, but he cannot. He's looking for the kill though. They are 1v1ing, but he was out of the Jarvan ult. He flashes. Does he live? He does not. The Yone tried to go for the outplay, but it's just not enough. Mordekaiser stopping Lilia from taking the second Herald. And we are back. It is a 1.5k gold lead. 1.52k gold lead. Now 1.5. So still pretty even game, 16 minutes in.
I'm loving this back and forth because what are we, like 1,000 gold difference, 1,500 at this point?
It just keeps on going back and forth.
Yeah, this has been close. It's what you want to see in a grand final.
I do like to see the back and forth.
It's just been both teams just punching blow for blow. And remember, you will get to see the second game. This game, you'll just have to hear it from us right now. Which isn't the end of it.
Back old school to those radio dramas where all you could hear was the announcers and you couldn't see what was happening. Use your imagination. Think a little bit. It won't hurt much.
Make it super exciting.
Now it is a 3-kill lead for Clear Springs. So that's probably where all the gold lead came from. Jarvan will clear out the pink ward in Rift Herald. Looks like they want to start it up. They will not. They just back off for now. Now we do have the lane swap. Yone and Silas matching each other bot lane because remember, Clear Springs got the first tower bot lane. Like, not the yeah, it was the first tower. The tower score is 1-1 with Clear Springs losing their mid and Hebron losing their bot. As for once this game, no one is fighting. That's a shocker, right?
Ezreal, but it did not.
With a game that has been so fast-paced, especially after seeing yesterday Clear Springs absolutely dominating, just seeing that kind of moment of silence again. Like, I saw this yesterday too, where it's just like a little break. You don't always have to go all out aggression, because it's not always about this place, as I Am an Eel does go in on the Silas, does miss the chain though, leading to Yone winning the trade overall. Yone misses the third Q knockup, does take a tower shot, so in the end, pretty even trade for both sides.
With Clear Springs, I did notice that they did a Senna and an Ezreal, and this time they are doing a Senna and a Kaisa. So they're kind of doing the double ADC.
They are doing the double ADC. Senna,
like
I don't think I've ever seen paired with a Kaisa. I don't know if I'm going to be completely honest, it doesn't sound that good, but I will say Senna directly into Morgana is definitely a counter pick.
They did pick the Morgana first, so they did have to, they did decide to counter that.
And Clear Springs will get the second Rift Herald uncontested, as Dragon is just about to spawn here. It looks like Clear Springs wants to contest this as well. Ezreal and Hebron is resetting. If Ezreal resets, he cancels the recall. Both teams posturing around this. However, Clear Springs brings down their top laner. Lee Sin is still top because he has CP. Mordekaiser is here first though with the Ignite. They have to start this play now though. Silas steals the Morgana ult but gets poked out, cannot go in yet. Lee Sin is currently taking the top tower he gets the tower, is a 5v4 Dragon Soul, and they're just holding Clear Springs off.
Leeson was able to get that tower, as I think they spent too much time at the Dragon, and it gave him enough time to just get the tower, and now he is already bot side prepared for this Dragon to help fight for that.
Yeah, Leeson gets top tower, TP's bot. Now in response, Clear Springs realizes, hey, we fumbled the play, we couldn't break it, so instead they ARAM mid, they get one tower, they pop the Riptail looking for a charge on the tier 2. Lilia is still taking Dragon. The rest of the bot lane for Hebron is slowly walking up. They do get a second tower though, so I take that. Jarvan ulting in on the Ezreal, pops the heal. Morgana pops the exhaust. Kai'Sa flies in, gets one kill. Going for the Morgana. Can she get it? Morgana flashes away, goes into stasis. She flashes over the wall and gets another kill. Kai'Sa having to burn both sums, but in the end gets the double. That is a 5-0 Kai'Sa. Yone goes in. Silas gets the chain on the knockback though. Does he pop the Morgana ult? Oh my gosh, that's a Mordekaiser, flash Q in for 300 damage, popping the Yone. That's another kill over. And it's 20 minutes into the game. It's Baron time. Would they go for this though? They are sending it. Now, I don't want to see a 50-50. If they let Lilia into pit, then that can get really scary. So I want to see. They do not have Mordekaiser. They do not have ultimates right now. No one on Clear Springs has an ultimate. For Hebron, they just popped the Lilia ult. They get a massive 2-man Lilia ult, but Iomanil pops stasis, so he does not die. Yone is going to be up soon. They are 50-50 again, and Lilia steals the Baron, flashing over the wall. That is a 50-50 Baron going over to Hebron. Clear Springs throwing their lead. And now Clear Springs are in full retreat as Lilia runs after them, and this game just got even more interesting. The Lee Sin looking for the Silas, but Silas steals the Lee Sin ult and kicks him out.
Oh my god, the steal!
I said I wanted to see them keep Lilia out of the pit. They keep it to a 50-50, and the better jungler got it there.
They should have had
I really wish y'all could see this, because it's really awesome.
It's really good. They should have had someone over the wall to kind of zone them off of Baron while they're trying to take it. But since they did not do that, the Lilia was able just to hop in and steal that Baron. And that just put them where they are getting towers. They have both pressure, bottom side and top side.
They do get the top tower. The gold is now almost back to even.
Tower as well.
Clear Spring is 1k gold up still. Hebron does have 2 dragons to 1, so is now back to an even game. If Clear Springs got Baron there, then it might have honestly been almost game over, because with that push.
Why the Hebron Hawks did need to get that Baron.
Yeah,
they needed to get that, so the Lilia was able to go and get that Baron and basically bring them back into the game.
Definitely.
Because they're at a 12-6. With kills.
I just want to know what Saucy Kevin used the Mordekaiser ult on. I think he might have when killing Yone mid, he might have used it when he didn't have to, because if he had the Mortal for that, then he could have Shadow Realm Lilia, so then it wouldn't be a steal. So definitely looking at that cooldown, probably beating themselves up a little bit, just letting that Baron slip away for free.
Both the Lee Sin and Yone were able to push the lanes from either side and split push basically, and they are out even as well with that.
And right now, I'm looking at these 80 carries, because you have on Kai'Sa 5-0-1, 214 CS, almost 10 CS per minute, as Mord does get a small trade. Lee Sin has Hex Drinker, so not going to take much.
The Jarvan is heading down to gank this Lee Sin, it looks like, and maybe him and Mordekaiser can do something.
They are looking, he sweeps him out.
Heading over there.
Lee Sin is getting dove on, but he gets Shadow Realm by Mordekaiser. Lee Sin kicks him back, but he's still stuck in the Shadow Realm. Lilia is here, but Lee Sin can just hop over the wall in the Shadow Realm.
It did help him with the Shadow Realm. I don't think the Mordekaiser should have done that. If he was to not do that, I think they would have had that Lee Sin killed.
Well, because Lilia was also there, so maybe just thinking with the pressure.
That is true.
Maybe because they may not have known who else was behind, because the rest of Hebron was rotating over, but the play does dismiss.
And Yone has just been pushing top this whole time. Looks like the Silas and the Senna are looking to maybe go on him.
Yone does use the Q3 to get out, but gets out just fine. In this game, I'm honestly looking at the Yone versus Kai'Sa matchup, because both are incredibly strong. There is a 1v1 between the top laners, but nothing's really going to happen as long as Lee Sin can ward hop out. Mordekaiser can't really follow. Just too immobile. Jarvan does find the Lilia. He goes in. He gets the ult off. Lilia is stuck in the Cataclysm. Mordekaiser gets the E back. Lilia puts Jarvan to sleep. Jarvan flashes out. Lilia flashes out. They're both still alive. Lee Sin goes in. How is no one dying? Lee Sin gets a massive kick though onto both Mordekaiser and Jarvan, but Jarvan lives with single digits almost.
Shield saved him. He was barely with any health, and
he got the W up just in time, not dying to the burn. This is also a Jack Show Lilia. Maybe if it was a full AP Lilia, that would have killed. But because going for the tank carry build just does not die. Both members
like setting up
tanky.
for the Strag that is coming up.
It is soul point for Hebron, but also with Jarvan so low, you cannot fight this. Jarvan had to reset it. Will he be there in time? It doesn't look like
they are
that.
just shredding the dragon down right now.
The dragon is dying so fast. Yone hops over the wall to zone everyone off. This is a free Hebron drag. That is soul point for Hebron.
They are coming back in this game after they were able to get that Baron. We were seeing a lot of great plays from them, and they were just playing this very strategically. They were getting all the objectives they needed. They needed Baron, they got it. They needed Salt, and they got it. They might be able to come back during this game.
I mean, I said before, I think Hebron does have the better scaling comp overall, and 25 minutes in, it's a 1k gold lead still for Clear Springs, not even that, and 3 dragons for Hebron. If they get Salt, they have a very high chance of winning this. Morgana does get a binding onto the Clear Springs jungler, looking for poke with the Ezreal. Dissuades them overall from maybe going in. But going back, this Kai'Sa for Clear Springs is their main point of success right now. Now 3 items has the Kraken Slayer, PD, and now the Navori, and also has a stopwatch on top.
And Lee Sin just now got bot turret. They have just been pushing the turrets, split pushing the whole time. Yone has been split pushing, Mordekaiser, and now the Lee Sin as well bot side. I think the split push is very great for this game.
Yeah, and ever since the Baron went to Hebron, Clear Springs has not been able to get an objective. Lee Sin does get that tier 2, and for the first time, for one of the first times this game, Hebron does get the gold lead finally. Baron is spawning in less than a minute. Both teams looking to get that.
This is a great game. I am loving to see this. I wish y'all could see this right now, but next game y'all will be able to see it. But this is...
Just imagine for a second.
Game 3. I want to see a game 3.
Hopefully this goes to game 3. This would be a banger series.
It would be great to watch, especially for y'all.
Already this game going longer than the last games from yesterday, so that's at least good.
Again, they have that Lee Sin pushing bot. He's just pushing bot while the rest of the team is top side along with the blue team. He is just going to keep on pushing. I think he is going to get the bot tower.
Lee Sin is on the tier 3. That is the issue you run into when you run double ignite on solo laners. Clear Springs realizing that they have 5 up at Baron. They're just starting Baron. They're throwing down the gauntlet. They're saying, Lee Sin, you have to come up here. Jarvan looking for the EQ flag, but does not hit it on the Morgana. They are just going to flip the Baron. Lee Sin doesn't even have TP. Lee Sin just takes the blue inhibitor. Lilia flashes in, but Kai'Sa gets the Baron. They're still fighting. Lee Sin is killing their base, though. Are they about to trade Baron for Nexus? I do not know. Right now, they're winning the fight at Baron. It's a 2-for-0. It will be a 3-for-0.
They're going to the back. He's already getting
It's a 4-for-0 Baron fight for Clear Springs, but at what cost? Lee Sin does get 1 tower. He's going for the 2nd tower. Can he get the 2nd Nexus tower? He cannot.
Oh my god.
Lee Sin destroys their entire base for the Baron buff. Will that matter though?
They are going to start getting even more gold with the super minions. I don't know.
And so that is a 2.5k gold swing back over to Clear Springs. They're looking for the Lee Sin. Lee Sin will get out though. I feel like they didn't have to send everyone back though. They maybe could have pushed mid. Seeing the Lee Sin might have made them panic. Yeah, I think seeing the Lee Sin made them all panic.
Especially with Baron, they could have started pushing.
So what I would like to see instead, I think if I were Clear Springs, I would send 2 back and send the rest mid. They are still going to ARAM mid, but Lee Sin looks for the kick. He looks for the 1-shot on the Senna, does not get it. He looks for body play. He gets the shutdown on the Kai'Sa. That's 1,000 gold over Lee Sin. Silas does go in, gets a kill on the Morgana. Silas is in a 1v3, but will go in down. That's another shutdown over to Hebron. They try to go for the mid inhib. They get the tower, but they die in the end. It is a 2-for-2, but bounties going over to Hebron. That's a 1,000 gold shutdown going onto the Lee Sin. Almost picked up the Senna as well. And I said, this Kai'Sa is the bright spot for Clear Springs right now, and if she's dead, then that is huge for Hebron.
What is really interesting is throughout this whole game, Hebron has been down by kills, but they've been able to get so much pressure on the map just with the objectives they've been collecting. Because the whole time, there's been a difference in kills, but they've been able to keep up.
Yeah, is currently 18-8 in kills. However, is still only a 1.5K gold lead for Clear Springs, as the tower score is 4-7. Hebron getting 3 more towers.
Which is very interesting.
That's just the power of having a TP solo laner. Because, for example, if you wanted to force that Baron like they did, they cannot send a Mordekaiser bot or a Silas bot because they don't have teleport. Dragon is spawning in less than a minute. This is soul for Hebron if they can get it. Both teams jostling around for controlling the river. I want to see one of the teams get mid prio. The key to getting river access is through mid, but so far neither teams are playing for it. They're just playing for the Dragon. Clear Springs looking like they want to more go for a steal than a full-on fight. And this time around, Saucy Kevin needs to get the Mordekaiser onto the Lilia if they want to flip the Dragon so that they can ensure the smite. Silas will steal the Ezreal for the poke. Both Ezreals. Oh my gosh! As Leeson gets a one shot for Kaisa. Kaisa is dead. Leeson with the flank. He gets a 4-man kick. One shot in Kaisa. Yone goes in. The Leeson will eventually go down. However, the fight's still not over. Mordekaiser with a 2-man E. Jarvan flash EQ misses everybody. This Mordekaiser is carrying the fight. Jarvan is still working. Jarvan goes way too far. Goes down. That is a 2 for 2 at the end of the day. However, Hebron with very low health bars, and Clear Springs having the sun to slowly heal him as Silas looks. He misses the E. What's the Ignite on Lilia? Is a 3v3 right now. However, the jungler's up for Hebron.
There is a health advantage for
Silas gets to Morgana. He almost lands a chains, but Morgana's going to stasis. She gets popped the second she gets out. And now it's a 3 versus 2. Can Lilia get into the pit? She does not have flash. She's looking for a bowling ball, maybe. But Silas lands a chain on the Lilia. Silas does use the ult Morgana. However, they both get away. Mordekaiser does go in. He kills the Ezreal. They get the Dragon. And Senna will pick up the Lilia. That is a eventual ace.
Oh, and
but Leeson teleported back in. He does get a kill on Imaniel. Silas, however, will probably go down. He gets a nice kick. Or will he? More having to expend the flash to follow, but he will eventually go down as a snipe from Bobby Foy gets him, getting revenge on that last kill. That was a fight. My voice hurt after that one.
Are still pushing bot side for the Hebron.
And now looking at is a 4 versus 2 on the map right now. Jarvan just goes straight in onto the Yone EQ ult. Yone stuck in the Cataclysm, does get the Q3 off as Kaisa jumps in, ults through onto the Yone. I don't know, Morgana just got one shot. Yone also about to go down.
This might be game right here.
Ezreal is alive. Lilia will be alive soon. Will have the flash ult. Can Lilia make a hero play? Clear Springs onto the Nexus. Lilia gets the ult down. Kaisa cleanses it. It looks like that is game. Game 1 going over the Clear Springs in 32 minutes. It may not have been the cleanest, but that was an incredible game 1 already.
Make sure you'll get into the game for game 2.
The game was super close though. I thought that Leeson, wherever he was down bot side, I thought he was going to clear all the towers.
All right, we're going to actually have the next game on the screen, so we're excited about that. We're going to get it started shortly. So, yeah. And we're bringing in a third caster, somebody from U of H Victoria, who's going to be helping out on this.
Hello. How are you?
Good, I'm good.
Welcome.
Introduce yourself.
I am Trey from University of Houston, Victoria.
I don't know if they can hear. I don't know how strong it is. Okay.
Yeah, you should be able to hear me.
Yes. Awesome. Okay. His name is stand up too. It's just being short is trying to see.
It's been trying to see everything.
I know. I'd say a couple inches.
I might have a few inches on you.
That was a crazy game 1 though.
Yes, it was.
It just kept on going back and forth, and I loved how Hebron was just able, even though they were down on kills, they were just able to, with the objectives, like keep up with them.
Yes, they were.
And that one time, I thought that Lisa was gonna able to kill like both of the towers in their base. Because he only got one, but I was like, he is pushing and pushing.
But
and
he was pushing.
He was doing so good right there.
Yeah,
that is very true.
That's as I kept saying throughout the game. That's what happens when you have TP versus Ignite. You cannot match the side lane, or else Leeson can TP the fight and make that fight winning for Hebron. So then it's like, well, what do you choose? and Clear Springs went for the Baron. They did get it this time. It was still a 50-50. Kaisa got it out of all people.
Out of all people,
Out of
yes.
all people. They win the fight 4-0. And so at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. But at the same time, if you go back to that first Baron, it could have gone just so differently if Clear Springs got that Baron. The game might have just been over at that point.
This is true.
I have a question for you. When is your birthday?
When is my birthday?
Yes,
yeah.
when is your birthday?
My birthday is March the 19th.
Oh,
Wow.
he's not cool.
We just found out that we are birthday buddies.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Everyone in chat, when's your birthday? Maybe you'll find someone that has the same birthday as you. We found out today we have the exact same
I
birthday.
have the same birthday. Somebody have March 19th. Somebody have March 19th.
I'm March 19th. We need a match.
Need a match. I
Need a
need
match.
a birthday match.
Man, this championship's gonna be so good. I honestly hope we have a game 3. I
Oh,
really want to see a
This
game
game
3
can
from
definitely
these
go.
teams.
This with how the series has been playing so far, it can definitely go to game 3. And right now, I'm looking at it from the back of Hebron's mid laner. He played so good earlier. He got a 1v2 outplay on the Yone mid versus the Jarvan and Silas, killing them both. And I'm just really excited to see what he can do in this next game.
And I loved how the Lilia was able to steal that Baron. 'Cause that is what kind of got them back into the game.
Beautiful.
That is what
Such
got them
a
back
beautiful,
into that game.
yes. That definitely got them back in that game. The game could have actually possibly ended at that point once Lilia stole that Baron.
I think so.
think
Especially
so.
the push that the Lee Sin had
This
with
is
that
true.
Baron.
Lee Sin had the Baron. Yeah.
And if I think they would have got the second Baron, I think that
That
would have
would've
been
been
game. Because
definitely
they're
ended.
just split pushing the whole time, putting that pressure. I think they would have been able to kill.
They definitely would have been able to kill.
Definitely interesting game 1. Do we have to send it to a break or something at some point? Maybe
What
let's
do you
get stuck
think?
with us the entire time.
How
Sorry.
How do you think game 2 is going to go? Do you think there's going to be... Who do you think they would ban?
Oh, as
we
we
need it.
get into lobby,
Alright.
Alrighty.
Alright.
you guys will get to see this game. I promise you that.
Oh,
much.
this is exciting. Alright.
This is gonna be amazing.
How do y'all... Again, do y'all think... Who would y'all ban if y'all were on either side?
So, looking at it for me, I think if I'm Hebron, I would honestly ban the Mordekaiser away just because we've seen it jumble 2 games yesterday. Today, they put it in a solo lane, and this Mordekaiser every game so far has just been dominating the matchup. Got a solo kill early on the Lee Sin, almost got a 1v2 kill return. And it's just overall, it just looks so impactful for this Clear Springs team, and definitely seems part of the core identity.
Yesterday, whenever they had the Malphite and the Mordekaiser, I think I would just ban those two because the Mordekaiser had so much pressure as well as alongside that Malphite.
That Malphite did have a lot of
He-
pressure. I've seen him yesterday.
Yeah. Who do you think you would want to ban? Either side.
I was definitely going to go with the Mordekaiser because that Mordekaiser does just take over and can take over very easily.
Definitely.
Even when behind, could definitely still take over and be useful. I would probably say, pretty sure they're good on bans. They just need to make some minor adjustments. Mordekaiser would be the main threat there. You don't really need to ban a Lee Sin. Lee Sin just
Yeah.
It's
Lee
like,
Sin
hello.
falls off. Lee Sin just kind of. That's why
mean-
Lee Sin had to take teleport so he
Yeah,
could be
I mean, we did
useful
see
at the
some
end.
incredible Lee Sin kicks that game. There was a highlight-worthy moment. Maybe like at some point, I don't know if we could actually ever make a highlight, but like there were some crazy Lee Sin outplays getting a 1v4, a 4-man person kick,
Four-man
forcing
person.
That was
kicking the
insane.
Kaisa through all of Clear Springs and one-shotting her. But then the crazier thing is that Clear Springs still won the fight,
Yes.
which I was not expecting.
I was not expecting them to
So-
turn that fight around and win.
So much was happening. I wish I would have been able to see it. I was just like, wow.
It was
These
mind-blowing.
kids are very talented. Both teams are very talented. I love both of these teams.
It's been so much fun here so far at the Tex SCF Undisputed State Championship League of Legends Finals.
Yes.
It has been great.
It's been amazing.
You know what? I'm just gonna like kind of tilt this so y'all can see everybody here, maybe.
Oh yeah,
It's
don't
so
like
awesome.
break it.
I
Yeah,
won't break
there's
it.
People all
It's
the way
really
over there.
awesome.
Over there, they're
I
free.
promise I won't break it. Okay. I'm not that clumsy. Yes, it has been
Oops, drops the
amazing.
laptop.
Oh, there goes our screen.
Oh
Oh, I think everybody would be pretty mad at me.
no! Oh yeah, maybe.
Just maybe a little.
Just a little bit, just a smidge.
You know, okay, wait, should I pull up chat on my phone? Chat, ask us some questions that you may or may not have.
Man.
Because, well, we still have a little bit of time left as we're waiting to get into the next game. Pulling it, chat up on my phone.
There is There's
If you
something
hear
going
cheering
on
right now,
down there.
there's other competitions
It
as
looks
well.
like-
We have Overwatch playing right now.
That is a
Valorant as
Valorant
well.
game. That's a Valorant game with all the
Okay,
streamers.
Valorant's the one that has all the high schoolers screaming about.
There you
There's
go.
even a sign here.
They have
Pretty
signs
crazy
here. Oh,
You know, I support that.
Stratford. They're yelling for Stratford, it looks like.
So there's so many different games and events going on here, and this weekend as a whole so far has just been so much fun. Yesterday, with the Smash tournament. I know nothing about Smash.
neither.
I was watching that, and that was crazy because you had the double fake KO into the person coming back and killing the other person.
Yes.
I don't know how to
He
cast
recovered.
Smash.
He recovered.
I was just saying.
He recovered and.
He's doing flips in the air. For Smash
Yeah, I don't know
Bros,
how to cast Smash.
Smash
That's why I
Bros,
play League.
all I do in Smash Bros is play Kirby and I fall on people.
Ooh,
That's
yeah.
all I know what
That's
to do.
it. That'll work.
And Yoshi, I just
Press
roll
down B
everywhere.
and you just kill people.
Yeah, and as Yoshi, I just roll around. That's it. That's all I can do in
That's always
Smash.
fun. That's always fun. Or you could be Yoshi and you just suck them up and then poop them out off the edge. And it'll be amazing.
That's the true strat.
Man,
Now-
they have nothing to do with it.
Exactly.
Speaking of mains, yesterday we talked about our League mains on stream. So what do you like to play? How's it going on your side?
My top 3, number 1, played her forever since she came out. Since the day 1 she came out, Jinx.
Yeah!
I've always loved Jinx. Jinx is always a favorite, close to my heart.
Powder from Arcane.
Powder from Arcane. Yes, they came
you
out with
love
that
Arcane?
show. Oh yes, I love every second of Arcane, especially the ending with the giant missile.
Oh, hey, don't spoil
I
it.
mean, no.
Oh, wait, well, hey,
But
listen,
yes.
Arcane Season 2 coming out in a year or two. If you haven't
Yes.
seen it yet, then you
Please
deserve
go
to be
watch it.
spoiled.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Not sponsored by Riot.
Not sponsored by Riot at all. All right, but my second and third favorites, Echo. I do like Echo. If I go mid lane, I usually go with Echo because he's fun, and I have a escape everything button. And then lastly, Wukong because I love tricky characters.
I get
And
confused by those characters.
There was a season in League where they did take a lot of different things bot lane, and me and my friend, we went Wukong and Morg.
That is very
That
interesting.
got us from bronze all the way to gold. And it was interesting. Yes, we only played that bottom lane, and it was amazing.
I bet the other team is cussing y'all out.
Yes, they were, because they had Caitlyn and Ashe and regular ADCs, and then there's a Wukong bottom lane for no reason. And he can close the gap, and he can
You know
kill
what's
you.
fun? What's
Wukong, Yumi, Garen, Yumi. Remember when that was?
Oh,
was that
Garen
season?
Yumi? That was 2 seasons ago?
one of my friends? We were kind of trolling, but we did a Singe and Yumi bot, and we won. It
Yeah?
was fun. It was fun. And then we did, what was it? I think it's a Sanger.
I mean, I've done the generic cheesy things bot lane. I have gone with my friends and took a Lux and Morg bot because if you can just get snared, then you're snared again, and now you're
can't do
snared
anything.
again, and
Yeah.
oh, you're dead now.
You can't move the whole game. You're like, oh my god.
And that's
I
how you
cannot.
make people rage.
They rage and they quit. You know what? I think that's what League is about. Just making the other team rage and quit so then you can win.
So you can
It's a
win.
mental thing. And a lot of League players,
I
they
mean,
do have weak, what's it called? Weak mentals.
Weak mentals.
weak mentals, and also changing the surrender mode. Now you only need 4 people in 15 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes
How
games
get out games that much faster.
make people rage and then quit and on to the next match.
Next match.
And that's how you climb.
Oh, League is awful.
League is horrible.
Well, speaking on a more positive note about League, there is the 2v2v2v2 game mode coming out soon. Did you guys see the map leaks that they showed? There was a Riot blog post thingy that they do. It's like the 4th one. They went over a lot of cool stuff. Highly recommend watching it. They also talked about changing mythic items, and they're going to heavily target the ADC ones. Did you see what they're doing?
Ooh, I have not seen that, but if they're
I have-
targeting my ADC items, I'm going to cry.
I'm about to burst your bubble with this
Oh,
one.
no.
The new mythic items for ADC are going to be Gale Force,
Okay.
Infinity Edge, Navori Quickblade, and Rage Blade. While Kraken Slayer and Immortal Shield Bow will be moved to legendary items. Obviously, a fix with different stats, but
Okay, so Gale Force, Infinity Edge, that means they're going to do something with crits again? Yet again?
yet again,
Yet again, if you
Crit
get that
changes.
Infinity Edge as a mythic item, it might have what are we at? 40% for crits now on Infinity Edge?
Yeah, maybe let's make it, once you have Infinity Edge, they'll just crit or deal more damage with
Deal
crits.
more damage with crits,
I don't know what
probably.
they're doing. But I mean, it's definitely interesting to see that.
This is true. This is very true.
See the chat. I cannot.
Oh, I'm seeing the chat. People are talking about Hebron ADC right now. Hebron, this person said that she killed the Hebron ADC. Good job for you. I cannot say I have killed the Hebron ADC because I don't think I've played any of these players before, but I did make a few highlight plays as we are finally going into draft for game 2.
Can we tilt the monitor a little bit? Because I'm like, perfect. Thank you. All right, awesome.
Wayne banned first ban once again versus Clear Springs. We saw this again yesterday. Their mid laners most
Thresh.
played champion. Thresh ban coming
He's
through.
been strong enough, Thresh players, and you can utilize him for so much.
Definitely.
There goes the Akali. Did they play Akali top yesterday?
Yeah, we did see the Akali yesterday. It does have that flex pick. On the other
Irelia
side,
ban.
another flex pick. The Irelia.
Irelia is a solid ban.
Looks like they've been doing some scouting.
I'm not biased.
Go both teams. I love them both. They're both so amazing.
I don't care who's winning, but right now, Figgle Bottom Feeders, aka Clear Springs, are the better team.
I like both. There's Silas Bane right there. And the Mordekaiser man. They finally did it at the Mordekaiser.
They banned the Mordekaiser.
Now, what is Hebron going to first pick? I feel like there's so much open right now.
This is true.
And I'm just excited to see where they go.
Oh, there's a Gragas.
A Quadriflex, technically. Do they play it in all 4 roles? That would be a little crazy. You could have the top Gragas, jungle Gragas, mid Gragas like Baker, or even new support Gragas.
Yumi. Oh, no.
Oh!
I'm gonna go run the observer, so I'll see y'all later.
Yumi and Milio have been so broken right
They
now.
have been.
And I love
yes.
Milio.
Of course.
He's so fun to
wait,
play.
so we can mess with that
Jarvan.
one. I just realized that.
Alright, there's a Jarvan.
So Jarvan will be banned, or not banned, taken.
He's picked.
And so this does seem to be a flex pick for Clear Springs. Did go jungle last game, but I would not be shocked if they could flex it to a solo lane or even support. We did see
been a lot of
Hugi
flex
and LCS play the Jarvan support,
Sona.
but instead they
Oh,
early
got
picked
this-
Sona. They did have good success against Wiley with the Sona, but I also don't think Wiley really capitalized on it, and so
Didn't
I really
they-
hope from Hebron that they get a good support counter.
Didn't yesterday a team ban Sona?
Wiley did ban Sona second phase.
They did ban some in the second time.
There's
So-
a Vi. They're
Vi
looking at the
cover.
Vi right now. Are
There's
they going
Vi
to go
from
for Vi?
Arcade.
They changed it to
Oh,
Rakan. Okay.
I expect a Xayah here then. Usually when you like 2-3 on blue side, if you pick Rakan, you just pick Xayah with it. It's pretty
that-
standard.
yeah.
Still
This is true.
like one of the best spot lanes in the game. Like if you had to pick kind of what's most prevalently seen right now, it's Xayah Rakan and what Jinx, Jinx Thresh versus like a Felios Lulu or something like that. So
What I love about Rakan is the engage and
we
disengage
get a Zed.
it has.
Never
Zed?
mind. They don't even need the Xayah, I guess. They just lock in Zed. Zed or bed. I do know yesterday, for those who don't know the score between Hebron and Allen, I got some insider info. Allen did win a 58-minute game versus Hebron, and Hebron's mid was playing Zed, so definitely did take a loss on it. I don't know if he also won yesterday on Zed, but he's just throwing down the gauntlet.
Veigar.
Veigar, ooh.
Vagar on 3. We saw yesterday the Vagar not work out whatsoever, getting solo killed multiple times.
Multiple times.
So maybe today we get to see a different side
You
of
know
Vagar.
what? He's wanting to show the better side of Veigar. You know what?
Hopefully.
I'm
The Caitlyn
accepting
ban.
that.
They heard us talking about Arcane.
They heard us talking about
Ah.
it. They said no cupcake.
Where's the Jinx as well? Caitlyn. And they were hovering by,
They
so.
were hovering.
And Hebron banning the Fiddlesticks. I am in heels.
There's a ban on the
Signature pick.
Fiddlesticks.
I think it's his signature pick, yeah. So giving the respect ban over as there's still so much flexibility. We assume that is Sona bot lane. But besides that, like nothing else is really like that known.
Who was it? I was thinking in the chat. Bill?
Oh, and they banned the
Played
Xayah.
Fiddlesticks a lot.
No Xayah for the Rakan.
Xayah. Aw.
Solid
Poor
ban.
Rakan. Rakan's gonna have to get revenge on that.
This is true.
They are hovering
Kaisa,
Kaisa
they're
again. This
looking
worked
at
out
them.
incredibly well. Clear Springs played Kaisa extremely well. Even if it's not exactly with the support pairings, I think it still worked out very well. Extremely skilled on the champion, and if he locks it in, I would not be surprised in this
There we
series.
go. Who do you think they should pick for this team comp? Who would work with this right now? Who do you think?
I would say Caitlyn, but she has been banned.
That is true.
For me,
Looks like
There's
they're
the
gonna
bye.
say-
Are we gonna get
I
the
would
bye?
actually argue, I think it could maybe be a Zeri angle. See, my only thing, so I'm looking at it, I actually could also, hear me out, Ziggs bot lane. They probably want more AP. I think Ziggs, this is the perfect Ziggs game. Because looking at the rest of the team comp, Hebron wants to just full on dive in. You have the Vi, you have the Zed, you have the Rakan, Gragas, everyone just piling on. And like, Clear Springs took the best ADC at diving away from them.
Jinx.
They are going
There
to
is
pick
the rock.
maybe
Okay.
Jinx.
Maybe
We'll
they're
see.
hovering it.
Do they
Vi
pick it
and
in?
Jinx.
Can we lock it in?
They lock in the Arcane
There's the
Sisters.
Jinx. There
Spam
we
it in
go.
chat. Powder from Arcane.
Powder.
Here on the Tex SF stage.
Who do you think is going to be their last pick?
So now we have to figure out, is it going to be Jarvan top or jungle? Which you know is for sure, pretty much for sure, Gragas jungle, unless like they maybe flex like Zed and Gragas between mid jungle.
It could be a Vi jungle.
Oh, Pantheon.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Oops.
Your Pantheon.
As
So
Pantheon,
much pressure on the
as the
map right
final
there.
pick.
They have been doing so much pressure on the map. Even last game, now they have the Pantheon. I'm excited.
Kevin?
Both teams have amazing engage, that's for sure.
They have both, but I think they do have the disengage as well as the Rakan.
This is true.
Right now, looking at the
But
what
they're
I'm
so
seeing,
aggressive, so they probably do want to go in. They're an aggressive
Definitely.
team.
Oh, yes.
it'll come down to who can keep the backline alive the longest. Because I will say with Hebron, they do have some great disengage shields. You have the Gragas ult. You also have the Rakan disruption. However, I mean in general, most of them are going to be diving in. But at the same time, on the opposite side, you have the Pantheon diving in, you have Jarvan diving in, and then you have Kaisa diving in.
And you have Veigar Cage as well.
Yeah, you have
Veigar
Veigar Cage for
you have, like,
disruption.
J4
So it'll
Cage.
really come down to, will Veigar or Jinx die first? Because to me at least, Kaisa will be diving in onto the Jinx with the rest of the team, while Jinx's team is diving in on the Veigar and never in the Sona. So
Both are very strong. I'm excited to see this. I really want to see the third game with these teams. All right, and we are on spectator delay right now.
we are in spectator delay right now.
Oh,
2 minutes and 45 seconds.
and this is super exciting.
Pure agonizing waiting.
Pure
Oh
agonizing.
man. Do 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 do. I am loving the energy as well. We have so many faces sitting here watching this very intensely. They're super excited to see this game go.
Yeah, we
Both
have.
sides have cheers as
Yeah,
well.
we have quite a bit of an audience now, a lot more people getting to the venue, sitting down, and this is gonna be probably, I'm hoping more exciting than the first one. The first one set a high standard, but when you have Zed in the game, like you have Pantheon, you have so many of these like fun early game champions, I'm just so excited to see what happens between these two teams.
Who is going to take back that belt? I wonder how heavy that belt is.
There is a belt on the line as well. You guys cannot see it. Maybe if I like shrink, like
Maybe a little.
They have
lighting's
heavy
not very
weight
good.
on their
Lighting's not very
shoulders.
good.
it's a giant belt. It has the
It's like a WWE.
yeah, it looks kind of like the logo.
Yes.
They're gonna go. That's how
Just
they got
gotta
the
wear it.
Gragas. It's one of those huge Texas
Yeah,
belts.
oh, yes, it is. It's a huge Texas man.
So 1 minute and 30 seconds left.
Both teams must be super nervous because they're also like in a completely different. They're probably usually in their rooms online, but now they're like in front of a whole audience.
Stage in front of everybody.
Yeah.
If I was up there, I would be super nervous. Like
I would be too.
I'm a nervous person, especially being on the biggest stage in NA for our esports stadium. Man, that is so.
Definitely.
That's
That's
amazing.
nerve-wracking.
It's
That's
super
definitely
nerve-wracking,
nerve-wracking.
especially with the audience. Like
Yeah.
I'd be like,
We're
y'all can't
gamers.
see
We
me.
sit inside. You know, we
We
don't
sit
go.
in our rooms.
We don't touch grass like this. We have our windows like closed. We don't see
This much
sunlight.
light is already too much
Yeah,
for
like we're
me.
vampires.
Ah.
Like, wait, you want us to
Yeah.
actually be social and like play in front of these people? Like, well, what's this? Ugh.
It's too much.
You know,
People
but
are
that's what I
cheering.
like about esports, though. Like, it's helping us build communities
It's true.
within gamers. Like, I've seen so much people like actually communicating. Like this is what I've seen gamers like
Talk
meet
to each
together
other.
and talk. Like I think it's super good. I think esports is bringing in a bigger community. Like of course we're always online, but it's different being here in person.
Us all
Yeah.
gathered
And I love
together.
it because it's just I was in high school last year, but it just was able to bring like the shy kids together and have like their own friends, and able to have like kids who can't necessarily play like physical sports. They have something to do and make friends, and like
Yes.
compete in something and win scholarships. Like this is just I'm super excited. I love how it's growing.
I love it. I love how it's growing as well.
As the spectator delay has finished, we
We are
should be
about to
getting
get
in the
into
game
game.
any second now.
Oh, yes.
I
This
wonder
is-
if we can control the mouse at all.
I think we should just leave it while we commentate.
We get into game. Okay,
Oh,
let's
look
see
at
the-
these
Ooh,
skins.
Rattle
Uh-oh.
Cat Jinx. I love that.
So we have one team with all these skins. The other team does not have all the skins. Oof, that's sorry.
Hey, but the originals are pretty cool though.
Yes, the originals are.
Sometimes I will not just wear
Are
skin
pretty
just
cool.
because.
I want to give him the off-screen ping, but I don't think I can. Oh wait, hello.
Oh.
I am controlling this.
You have the power.
We're gonna mainly keep it on
I
auto because
see?
that's what they're doing.
I think we should just not touch it. I think we should keep it
Yeah,
on
no, I'm gonna
auto.
do it on auto. There we go.
Okay. Can they
So-
see it? 'Cause I don't know.
Yeah, they can see it.
No, not them. On the stream.
Oh, on the stream.
Yeah, because we were keeping it on that monitor last time.
Oh. You might have to go run and get them. I don't know if, wait. Oh, I know how to, I can move it. No, I know how to move it. We're gonna get it, I promise. I need to, where is it? You need to
We
make
can
it,
just check the stream real quick.
where's the display? Oh, video, I know. I know how to change it. Borderless, or,
Okay,
let me
I'll
do
just
it.
go get Patrick.
Okay.
I'll be back.
We will get the game up in a second. Well, technical difficulties. The only thing is it's like it's locked in there, so I can't like pull it across, you know?
Yes.
We will keep you updated. Nothing crazy is happening level 1 though. Still just normal starts from both sides.
Some simple farming.
They are going to lane swap once again. That's going to be the Pantheon. I am an eel swapping back to mid. We saw this a lot. He likes to swap lanes. And so that's going to be Pantheon versus Zed mid lane. I like that matchup a lot more than having the Veigar into Zed. And so far, just nothing really happening. By having the Conqueror, both junglers having Conqueror, which is pretty standard nowadays. And also both just starting bot side, pathing top side. I think Vi may be looking for an early kill onto the Veigar, who is very frail early game, and Jarvan looking to follow up on the Veigar CC to maybe get a counter kill.
So true. Both of them look like they seem going towards top lane.
Kragus does get the first combo trade down onto the Veigar.
Pretty big poke damage.
Let's speed up a little. As we are hopefully going to get this over to the other side now. We can get it from there to there.
Just a cast off of, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I not get to the... Does it not let me go down to OBS?
You might have to maybe hold down.
You just want this screen up there? Or...
The league screen over there.
Why is that being so weird? We can't close it, yeah?
Live with the first blood.
I said that wasn't on stream.
I know. I'm so upset the first blood didn't get put.
What is League doing right now? you just leave the league up here too, or you want OBS here, league there?
Well, whatever makes it so that will be on stream.
So I can duplicate this display to that.
Okay.
Because I don't know what. Oh my god.
Let's look. How it should be working. I have a stream on my phone. Will it open?
That's what I'm looking at.
Hell yeah. Let me go back in.
Duplicate of that screen.
Full screen. And we should be good to go now, it looks like.
I think so.
It's a white screen. I think, wait, let's see. It is a white screen now
In OBS.
on the stream.
Did they get it?
We have gameplay footage.
We have
As we
gameplay.
get back into the game, and you already see a kill. Now, to catch you guys up as to what happened so far, basically what happened is there was a gank top lane that Vi killed Jarvan on, and so right now is a 2-for-2 game, 200 gold lead over to Clear Springs. Yeah, Clear Springs is the right team. Hebron is
Good.
left team.
Again, they're already at the 2v2, and they're really close in gold right now. It's just going back and forth again. It's just leaving on spectator.
Working on it.
Okay,
I was
there
trying
we
to pull
go.
up the
Yeah, no, we're just
lockdown.
gonna leave it like that.
And I don't
Oh,
remember.
there's
how
a
to
cage on the Veigar. Oh
pull.
my god, that
Pantheon
wall on the
will in.
Pantheon.
But Gragas just ease away. He does have the barrel. He will use it to
Some more
disengage,
damage,
and he
Is
does
he
use a
gonna
honey
live?
plant
Okay.
that will slow him down a little bit, but still not in range of the Pantheon W. Will be
Looks like
just
there might
fine.
be a little. Okay. They're getting that vision advantage right there. Just clearing out it. They have been pushing. I've noticed that they like to push in a lot bot lane.
Yes.
And
Bot
so
lane seems pretty even right now.
The Veigar top
Gragas
though.
looking for the E. I like the. I mean, personally, like.
Expecting that.
I would
Veigar
much
has no
prefer
mana.
the Veigar into Gragas than Zed, because Zed definitely has a lot more kill pressure. Now, both have kill threat on the Veigar. However, I at least think it's a little easier for Veigar to survive this matchup. He is just going to take a reset and presumably teleport back to catch that wave. So really not going to lose much. Looking at like the CS, for example, it is pretty even top. However, Veigar is still going to catch a giant wave. So expect to be 5, maybe even 10 CS up on this Gragas. Then looking mid lane, a few 6 CS lead actually over to the Clear Springs mid laner. Bot lane having a small CS lead as well. The only lead for Hebron right now does seem to be in jungle.
What I'm looking at right now is the vision on drag. I see that blue side does have vision, but red side does not necessarily have vision on the drag.
Yeah, they do have
Oh,
vision
and-
on the drag as Pantheon does use his W. He uses his E. Zed goes in for the ult now that he knows that the E is down. However, he misses both shurikens, does all your damage on Zed. Pantheon goes for the Q, but it will be missed. Sona flashes for the crescendo. Jinx flashes back out. Rakan gets tagged, but the end just trying support flash ult for Jinx flash. Zed also having to burn the flash there.
Wow. These teams. Oh, it looks like Vi might be looking for a gank mid. She is waiting in that bush.
Vi is looking and Vi is 6. She has swept. Jarvan is in the area though. Pantheon can buy enough time for the Jarvan
Looks
to
like
get
she's
back
gonna
there.
go ahead and go
Vi
in with
does
the
go for
flash.
rescue. However, Pantheon
many
does get the E off to
airbornes.
make sure he cancels
Oh.
the damage.
Oh,
He
shut
does
down
not
for
get the kill.
Pantheon. Man, that's it.
It's so close.
Looks like Jarvan might be looking to get the Zed here.
Yeah, the Jarvan.
No, he's just gonna go ahead and
Jarvan
some-
maybe looking.
not even vision. Okay.
Gragas looking for another play onto the Veigar. However, he misses the body slam again. Veigar just cages him up, lands 2 Qs in a row. That is more stacks over to this Veigar. As
Looks like the Jarvan is going top for a gank right here on the Gragas.
Jarvan's looking,
He is
he
going
doesn't get
in.
hit by the...
Flash on the Gragas,
flash
and
on
he's
the
able to just walk out.
However,
but
there's
a
2
cage.
cages.
There's the cage.
You thought...
And there is a counter gank on jungle right
Wait,
there. That
Gragas
is-
fail flashed.
Yeah, I guess it did feel.
Gragas
He
fail
just
flashed.
wasted his flash.
Oh, I heard the flash from back there.
Yes.
Sorry, there's 2 displays going on.
Yes.
But yeah, no, 2 different.
They are pushing them off the
Cages.
grass.
Pushing Dragon Pantheon's coming down as well.
Well, they know Jarvan's topside, so they aren't going to fight for it.
Flash
Kaisa
right there on the
flashing in
Kaisa.
on the Jinx. Jinx does have the ghost running though. Kaisa dodges the
has
Rakan
exhaust
ult.
on her.
Does get exhausted though. It's still going forward. However,
It's
it's
still
a
going
1v4.
forward.
Gragas
1v4
teleports down.
and-
A 1v5 actually.
And she's
All 5
gone.
members.
When
from
I saw those 5
defense
members
getting it.
as top, I would have been pushing top as much as I could.
Well, I
when
think
the
they
whole
took
team is
they took the rift.
Yeah.
Oh, they did take their. Okay,
take the
my
risk.
bad.
So
But
definitely a little oopsie on the side of Clearview, Clear Spring, Biggle Bottom, because you know you just made a good play topside. You're going to get heralded as Sona does dodge the Rakan W. Pantheon ults down. Jinx is dead.
There's-
Pantheon does have to flash to make sure she doesn't get
but
executed.
he did that to secure that kill, and he got that kill. I
Yes.
think he could have killed without the flash.
I mean, I don't know if she would have been executed though. Is the thing. So.
J4 dropping off the rift herald to secure that top tower before he leaves.
It will not fully go down, but that's for sure one play. Top lane surviving with 300-ish HP.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to that play earlier, we saw Clear Springs trade Rift for Dragon, and yet Bobby Flake goes in and
he's
dies.
gonna-
However,
oh,
the Pantheon
stun.
uses the E.
stun saved him right there. That would have been an
Zed-
execution.
Then
That was
missed the Q again.
Jinx ult coming in and barely
Jinx ult
missing.
does not hit. That is
Nice try though. Nice try.
both times Zed goes for the 1v1, but he just misses the Qs. Like that's the most crucial part about Zed is landing those Qs when you have the ult on, because that's where all your burst damage comes from.
They're all your damage.
Pantheon has been wasting his E a lot, which is
They're
like, the main
pushing up pretty
vulnerability.
far into this jungle and the
Get some
Sona.
vision.
Both supports support the combat, trading vision. This is how us supports battle each other. We throw wards in each other's faces and see
Yep.
who kills them first.
See who kills it first.
Checking back in on the gold, it is a slight lead over to Clear Springs. As
Oh,
you see
and look at
bush
Chop.
camp. This Veigar is
Veigar
dead.
is dead
This
right there.
Veigar
He
cannot
cannot get
do
out of it.
anything.
No way he can-
But he
Oh,
can
yes,
stop us.
yes.
Can he
Still
fuck
has
up?
a flash.
He does get the K down,
Oh.
and Vi gets locked up. Will
No.
Vi go down? He does not get
He
the ult off.
almost-
Does not get
He
the ult.
almost traded. If he
Man.
lived there, that would have been insane, or at least trading 1-for-1, because Hebron did not layer their CC correctly. They had the bio, however, Gragas does not E in time and does not ult in time, so Veigar stopwatched all of it.
Again, they are so close with just stats like 5 to 4, 20K gold. They just keep on going back and forth and basically are even this game. This is what I love about these teams. Like they just bring so much fun to watch.
Yeah, and we do see Zed actually landing the Qs now, getting a huge poke onto the Pantheon. That's the only
Forcing
worrying
him out
thing
of
is
lane
when
again.
the Zed starts to really turn the tide versus Pantheon. Pantheon definitely wins early versus these assassins. However, as the game goes on, Pantheon falls off fast.
Very
and so
fast.
Zed, on the other hand, will get so much ability haste and can just spam shurikens. And by the time his W, he goes in, like you're already almost dead.
Even though he does fall off, they do like the split push. So he will have that pressure where he can just like ult down, ult somewhere.
Definitely. Compared to last game, where they had no like ways to side lane, this game you have the TP on Veigar, you have the Pantheon ult, so a lot more side lane pressure to match Hebron's side lane and to be able to actually get to the fights.
It's true.
We do see by bot side, Jarvan is looking for a potential gank on the Zed, just going to clear out vision. And I want to see this Pantheon start ulting more. He did get that nice ult bot lane, as Veigar does go for the one shot, does not quite
Oh
get it.
my
But he does get
goodness!
the Q on the
Oh.
backside.
On the backside with the
A
auto.
solo kill for the top laner. Clear Springs will see the jungler bot, which means that this tower is free topside. That's a great question. Drag should be up in less than 1 minute. Do not know quite what it is yet. First dragon was an Earth Mountain Dragon. I don't know why I thought Earth. I mean, it is earthy, but it was the Mountain Dragon first. And
It's an Infernal Dragon first.
And so I expect both teams to fight over this. Both very even in gold right now. I'm expecting a full-on 5v5 brawl.
Yeah.
And it does look like the Vigor did get the first tower on top.
And
Or is
Vagar
it the
does
first?
have
Yeah.
teleport, so he can.
So now he just like created where he can do a little bit more roaming, and I'd love to see that.
Gragas teleport not quite up yet, but should be up soon. Kaisa is getting ganked by
and
the
she is
Vi
just
and
getting
Rakan. However, they
shredded.
landed the CC
And there's-
perfectly. Her ult gets canceled, interrupted,
Aw.
and she is knocked up and knocked down.
Jarvan was there, but he was not even able to just go down and help. She was just
And that means that is the second Drake over to Hebron now. I was like, Gragas teleport is going to be a little desync. If Clear Springs could start the dragon with all 5, maybe they could get it. But with that pickoff, like, you cannot fight anymore.
yes.
Seems like a free Infernal Drag for Hebron.
And they have both of the drags so far.
Definitely a trend I've noticed both last game and this game. Hebron getting the first 2 dragons of the game, and then Clear Springs looking more for the later ones, seeing if they can get some dragons back for themselves. There is a nice trade. Gragas is going to look
Oh,
low. However,
that was-
Pantheon having to flash out to make sure he is not getting knocked back into the Gragas. That would have been a belly bop, belly down for
Oh.
the Pantheon. If that is, he was about to slam him down. I mean,
Slap him down
There's the
with
WWE move right
yeah,
there.
there's the WWE move, the Graggy special.
WWE move for like that box or
Ah,
something.
Just
It's a sumo
throw a
wrestler.
cast
Oh,
out.
that is
There
well.
we go.
Good.
Zed fucking in on the
Oh,
Vagar.
and
And
Vagar
Zed's
is
combo.
dead
Zed
right
action.
here.
This
Vagar
where
is looking
Zed
for the
shot.
one shot,
Ah.
not quite enough. However, on
Oh,
the top
and there's-
side, they have
Oh.
3
Let's
going
drag
after
it.
the Gragas.
Three going
He's
after
just
the
a
Gragas.
space groove man trying to
Just
moonwalk
trying to
over
get out of
them.
there.
Let the man
Ah.
live. Bobby Fillet will get the kill.
Oh.
I'd be
Jarvan-
really careful
will-
with your con right
Splash out
there.
of the ult.
I'd be very careful right
Jarvan
there.
will trade the
quick
flash clackism. However,
And-
Pantheon
oh
is
my
on top of the
God.
Pantheon. No,
This
that
is
will
what
be
I mean.
exhaust and flash down for the Jinx. Jinx all summoners down. Rakan could not save her.
And this is what I mean. With the Pantheon, so much pressure on the map. He was just there in a second and was able just to get a kill right there. Free kill.
There
are
will
T-
be the Vagar TP bots to make sure that you do not lose the bot tower. And on the opposite side of the map, we see Clearview taking the Rift Herald right now while pressuring the top side. They might even be able to get this top tower. Currently, no one is
They might be
answering
able to
them.
get it. Nobody's answering.
Vi is
I might be
looking.
coming down right now.
Vi's looking. Do they go? You see the
They
flash
get
out
the
from the
tower.
Kaisa. Both flashes out from
And
the
it
support.
seems they got it.
However, they are both safe, trading both flashes for the tier 2 and a Rift Herald.
It does look like Jarvan is pushing mid quite a bit. But it does look like Vi is coming down and so is Gragas, so he may need to back off right here.
They're all
The Pantheon
looking
is with him though.
And now looking forward to the next fight that happens, neither flash on ADC will be up. And so then it comes down to, can you
Interesting.
keep them alive?
And they are even right now, 7-7. They are down a big goal by 2K
And Jarvan does have the Rift
or
on.
1K, but it's still very even.
As we check back into the scoreline, Vagar will get a nice cage under the Kragus. Let's miss the W. Looking at item spikes, we do see the first support item complete. Moonstone is such a big power spike for Sona. Usually I like to also get an early tier just so you can always have mana, always spam spells. This Sona, as we get later in the game, there's currently no healing reduction yet. She will start to heal like a lot. Meanwhile, we have basically pretty standard stuff. You do have the Gale Force or Jinx trying to survive as much as she can. Maybe Gale Force out of the Jarvan EQ or the Vagar cage.
Or the Vagar cage as well.
Cannot Gale Force out once you're stuck in them though. So that's something to keep in mind.
Gotta be able to predict.
Jarvan is
Oh, he just
spotlit.
went in on the
Rakan-
Rakan. The Rakan just got out. Again, the disengage with Rakan, but he's able to go back in if he wanted to. But
Vagar
He
could
took
not
out
get
quite a
in
bit of
a race
poke
to
there.
cage him. If
They are
Vagar
clear
could have gotten the
vision.
cage off, it would have been double cages. And then you can't you might be able to get out of one cage, but you can't get out of two. Would have had to have burned the flash, but Luckily, Vagar was not quite in
Oh, it
range.
looks like the Jarvan might be
Jarvan is looking,
looking.
however, the wave is about to die, and he does not know where Vi is, so it is a very risky play to go for still. Will summon up the Rook Tails to get the mid tower.
Looks like there's gonna.
Not
And there goes mid tower.
currently 3-1 tower score for Clear Springs, setting up their game plan that they have been throughout this entire tournament so far.
Cloud Drake spawning in a minute.
Doesn't Cloud still have like the highest win rate or something, like 90 something
I think
percent?
it is Cloud, yes.
So I mean, whoever gets Cloud Soul, if we get there, they're winning. That's my hot take.
I mean, both teams do have ultimates that will benefit from a Cloud Seed.
For sure. There is first setup for Hebron right now, having river control, getting the mid push as well. On the opposite side, Clear Springs did get their resets off. Did they get a meaningful buy? You have the PD versus the Jinx. Jinx is just now resetting, taking such a late reset. She's not going to be here in time for Dragon to spawn as it's 15 seconds out. Vi
the
almost
fight.
gets one shot.
Almost gets
And
one
now,
shot.
with Jinx not even there, Vi at single digits, less than 100 HP, that has to be Clear Springs Cloud, stopping the soul stacking.
Looks like we're gonna have us a nice dragon fight.
Look, there
The
could
Zed
be a
is
Jinx rocket.
looking
I'm
for it,
looking at the
though.
Jinx rocket. They need to block the Jinx rocket. Does she get it? She gets it with the.
No, she
She
didn't.
didn't get it, but Zed got it.
There's still a
Does
stalling
an early
trap.
smite from the jungler of Clear Springs. Sono
It
also
did.
walking. Where are you going? You're walking without a team. She does get the double cushion them into the cage though,
Oh,
and that is
it's
Kaisa lighting them up on fire. Gets one kill back. Zed goes on her though. Zed does ult in, however, Kaisa gets the ult out. She's fighting. Kaisa does go down to the Zed, as now Jarvan's going in with the Cataclysm. How's anyone still alive? There's two cages down. Five flashes over the cage to go into the Vagar, as both junglers are sweeping each other off the ground. It's currently a 3-for-4 in the team fight. Jarvan having to flash out to get out. Will he go back in? He misses the Q. He gets the EQ back in. He kills the grass. There's a jungle brawl now. Which jungler will win?
Oh, it looks
Jarvan
like
gets the Q
my
knockup,
God.
and that is an ace for Clear
Wow.
Springs. Burning everything there.
That was
Wow.
That was a rough one for him.
wow.
That was so back and forth. Like, at first, like, Kasona was completely caught. However, landing the two-man Crescendum ultimate into the Vagar cage,
Vagar
they have
is
so
big.
much zone control. Once they land one thing, like you have Vagar cage, you have Cataclysm, you have the Pantheon ult. There wasn't Pantheon ult used there, but you just have so much disruption between everything.
There's so much CC in there.
So it's just so much fun to watch these two teams fight. And then you also saw Zed almost taking over the fight, getting the ult onto the back line. But they're going for a 22-minute sneak Baron. There's no vision for Hebron on this Baron so far. And they have a Kaisa with Phantom Dancer and also Kraken Slayer. She bursts it. Hebron doesn't get there in time. That is a Baron over to Clear Springs.
Man. And they are pretty far in towers too.
It looks like Pantheon will be the sacrificial lamb, does not have flash. They're going to look to maybe trade a kill. They one-shot Gragas across. They're playing Protect Private Ryan. He will eventually go down. I'd like to
won't go
assume
down.
they do throw a Vagar cage on Rakan's trapped in the cage, almost getting one shot as well. At the end of the day, trading one for one, but getting Baron.
Man, these teams are very impressive just to watch. I love how she's going back and forth. They make it fun to watch and entertaining.
However, they're not done yet. Zed is pushing bot side. Rakan does go in, misses the W. However, lands the ult, Vi and Rakan ult onto the Kaisa. Kaisa's just fine. Kaisa is looking, does not have the ult quite yet, is a few seconds on cooldown. She's going in, she's diving, but she's tanking. She's going to go down.
my
Or will she? So last tower shot.
Kaisa
Kaisa
aren't quite there yet.
just not quite having the R and going down. That, at the end of the day, that's actually worth for Hebron. You just take the Baron buff off of the Star ADC. They're now looking for the Zed. However, Gragas goes in, misses the E completely. He throws the cast, throwing Vagar not into a tower because the tower's not there anymore. Gragas does get a nice double buy slam. However, he just gets exploded by the Vagar
Got
ult.
deleted by the Vagar.
And none of these teams they haven't backed yet.
Oh,
Vagar
Zonya's
missed timing
right
the
there.
Zonya, so
Oh.
he did not cancel the Zed ult. He mistimed it. That was crucial because that was between life or death. Pantheon is hunting the Jinx. Can he catch up to her? Should have Q in a few seconds. Will he land it? He gets the slow up, but Jinx should be out. as Rakan and Vi come to back her up.
Wow.
It's been non-stop fighting since that Baron. I thought I was expecting clear springs, so Risa, spend their gold. It's only 2K gold lead, by the way, after all of that.
Out of all of that, they still only have 2K.
After all of that.
And no dragons.
And no dragons. This could still be Soul coming up for Hebron. If they get that, that is a permanent buff. And would also signal in the Elder Dragon, which would, that would be a 30-minute Elder, roughly. Just about, if that happened, 32 minutes, I have not seen an Elder Baron come up that fast.
Man. This is just...
Both teams putting their all out today. 4 towers to 4, 3 dragons to none. Bobby Filet might be getting caught out here. Howard does have the Sona behind him. Zed ulting in. The Crescendum comes onto the Zed. Wins a triple Q though and bursts down the Kaisa. Kaisa did not ult
Sona
there.
needs to leave.
Now that we're seeing Zed actually
However,
hit those
Jarvan
keys.
is here now. Lands an EQ under the Ricardo. Rakan is so slippery, eating back to the back line and will survive. Pantheon is looking to dive, however. They want this tower. They want it. They get the cage. They kill the Zed. They get the Cataclysm down on the Jinx. She gets Veigar ulted. That is a double kill for the Veigar. Gragas teleports in. Gragas run. You don't want to be there.
No.
Gragas will go down as well. That's a 4-for-1 at the end of the day. Triple kill over the Veigar.
Wow, this is... Man, both of these teams are putting so much heart effort into this.
That was such a good Zed. I talked before the game. I was like, I want to see Hebron's mid on a playmaker. We see the Zed. He's making these crucial outplays right here. However, it just doesn't matter. Pantheon channeling the ult, looking for the Vi. Goes behind. However, Vi gets trapped in the cage. That's a stun into a knock into a
And
tap.
then there goes that tower right there.
This will for sure be one inhibitor. However, it will be a 4v5. Do they try to go for the end? Hebron not having the best wave clear if they can't get Jinx to auto the wave safely. They will back off, however, as Kaisa is soloing the dragon, stopping the soul.
Man. This is...
There goes the dragon. And Clearview just setting up camp in the jungle of Hebron, knowing they cannot walk into us. We have so much power through the Veigar cage and Sona ult that, like, if you walk in, you're dead.
So much CC.
And I talked a few, it was like 2 minutes ago, I was like, there's only a 2K gold lead. That has ballooned into a 6,000 gold lead now.
Yes.
It just shows how crazy league can get sometimes and how fast paced it can be.
It is super fast paced.
As we have over a kill per minute as well. I mean, like 15 to 20, like, it's just been a bloodbath.
It has been. This is the first time I've seen it where like they are getting so ahead this game because they're usually just very close, just like 1 kill off. And the gold lead is starting to pick up as well.
Yeah, last time around, Hebron able to stay in because they have the split map pressure with the teleport
This
on Lee
game they
Sin.
did not.
Being able to go through that, however, this game, as you said, they just don't have that same pressure. They don't win these side lanes. I mean, Zed would win in a side lane, however, he has Ignite, and if he's out side laning, while like the AR TP's into the fight, then you're just down a member.
You're down a member.
Looks like they are.
Baron is up in less than a minute.
So they are-
This is the game-deciding fight. It is so
Everybody's setting up
difficult.
vision.
Vi does
the
go in,
flash
she
on the
flashes
side.
in. She does
ahead.
ult to cancel the Crescendum. However, she is on her own by going in by herself
This man
without her
just secured
team.
the Baron.
That is Baron for sure, unless we get a Jinx rocket seal.
This just
By just going in way too early, though, I checked the mini map. None of her team was there.
No. Big
Maybe-
mistake by Vi.
I mean, for sure, you're feeling the pressure at this. Like, if you're Hebron right now, your backs are against the wall. You're currently down 0-1 in the series. The game-winning Baron probably just is about to spawn. You want to make the play. However, goes in way too early and gets punished for it.
They are still pushing top.
Man, this is just, it has been a bloodbath. And again, they're just getting that lead even more and more, especially after that kill. And then they're just, wow.
Just wow.
Just wow.
As it will be up to an 8K gold, or 7K. I can math. I passed college algebra. It looks like we are going to probably see a 4-1 or some sort of split between mid and top, going to get both ways pushed in for the triple inhib. They already have bot pushing in because of super, so you don't have to send someone there. And now for the next few minutes, you have to be playing base defense or Hebron. You have to somehow kill these minion waves with the Gragas barrels, the Jinx rockets, and just pray that it's enough. If they can somehow survive this, you do still have the soul win condition, but I do not know.
I think
if
they're
it's gonna
looking
save
for
it.
a win here. They're pushing both
Definitely
lanes.
pushing
They
both
are
lanes.
with Baron as well, and they may be able to get that kill.
Zed will pop the Banshee on the Veigar and get some meaningful poke down. That is important because Veigar does get brought down to half. However, Sona is with him, and that healing is already kicking in. Checking back in on the items. Veigar does not have his death cap. He has 4 items though, with so much AP. Like we see the new Cosmic Drive here, and like the move speed it can provide, especially in this game, just to move around the map to get away from them. Comparing ADCs, it's almost a full item up. We see the Jinx going RFC second. It lets you get another better hit off. However, the issue is you just don't deal damage with it. So the Jinx is definitely has a P shooter right now.
And there goes the tower, and this tower is about to go as well.
It's about to be triple inhib.
This
Hebron,
might
if
be
you are
game
not going
right
to fight,
here.
then when are you going to fight?
Especially with Baron.
If you like, you just lost all 3 inhibs. You have to fight now if they keep going in. The super minions have arrived from the bot lane. Jarvan does EQ in. The cage does go down, lands a nice double stun into a stun into the
we just
crescendo
got
into
deleted.
another cage. And now we have another cage on the opposite map
This
into
is
another
game
cage
right here.
with Kaisa flashing in, ulting in, getting a kill on Huracan.
getting a kill.
Jinx will go down. Kaisa flashing into the tower. Does not get the kill, sadly.
not get the
However, that will be game
That
2-0
Wow.
for Clear Springs.
And they
Good
both teams are phenomenal. I love watching both of them. It was very back and forth as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for
And Hebron was able to keep
League
their
of Legends Grand Final.
That was
Let's
so
hear it
much
for
fun.
our 2 teams. Hebron High School.
Let's get League up.
And Clear Springs Single Bottom Feeders. Hey, man, get up here.
wow. Okay, let's make room so they can see, maybe. What they can
No, we can try.
Go ahead with us for just a minute.
move this way?
Award
Move this way?
The medals and the belt.
There we go. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. I keep on repeating that, but man. Wow and man. Can we have water?
I don't know. We'll just do whatever it tells us.
Wait, what's going on?
One more time, let's hear it for the Hebron High School, our runner-up in this year's Undisputed State Championships. These guys worked hard, and we want to hear it for them. Let's go! They are being presented with medals for their second place finish.
Rightfully second place.
But they got given the wrong medal, so we're going to fix that real quick. Coach, come out here for me for just a second. So how was this experience for you and your team?
Bottom of the top, this team, brand new, started really last year. These kids are awesome. They put in a lot of work for this. This has been an awesome ride this whole year. These kids are great. So,
And a quick, I want to get a shout out to the coaches who put in a ton of time, usually uncompensated, and then they had the courage to bring a bunch of high school students overnight to a tournament. So, great job, coach. Thank you. We got a medal for you as well. All right, one more time for Hebron.
They just said
And now, your grand finals champions, taking home the League of Legends belt, the Clear Springs Single Bottom Feeders. Getting up there. That is what we love to see. Coach, How do you feel?
I feel great, honestly.
Are we going to Disney World next?
No, but Six Flags is right there. Maybe we'll see some of y'all there.
Awesome. Thank you so much to everybody for cheering for our teams. Let's hear it one more time for our League of Legends state champions, Undisputed. All right, we're going to go on a short break here on main stage, and round about noon, we'll be kicking back in. Thank y'all so much. We'll see you at the next event.
All right, if you are still listening, we're going to go on a short break here, and the other account is going to take over, so we'll see you in a bit.